Okay, this is Monday the 28th of September, recording this at 7:30 a.m. And if we take a look at what's currently on the far right heat map here, this shows us our 4-hour, our 1-hour, and our 15-minute trends. And so as you can see, the Aussie is pretty bearish this morning. Euro versus the US, pretty bearish with all check marks. Check there. We talked about the Euro US dollar last week. I'm going to pull back up a pair that we've been talking about recently. Talked about it a week or so ago, I guess it was. US dollar Canada. You can see how US dollar Canada versus and also US versus the Swiss franc, very bullish, but not the US versus the Japanese yen. But the versus the CAD and the Swiss franc, US doing very well this morning. You can see also in our 3-day heat map, very bullish, and also on our weekly heat map, that pair is still very bullish as well. So let's flip on over to our daily and 4-hour charts and push down to the US dollar Canadian dollar. In our previous video, we talked about this area in here as being an area of a lot of consolidation, and we talked about it being a bullish trend, but just a lot of consolidation up in this area, offering profit up in there, but never breaking out. But as you can see, we're starting to break out a little bit above this previous high that was back in the area of August here. So I'm going to push this down so we can draw a few lines here. So I'm going to start on the left panel, which is a daily Heikin-Ashi fractal. I'm in a Heikin-Ashi chart with Ichimoku. As you can see here, price is staying above that Kumo. You can see where we darted down into the Kumo very briefly here on the 18th. But I'm going to draw a fib line from this high when Coppock Curve was above the zero line on the daily chart down to where it was below, and see what we end up with. Pulling down to that extreme low that we had here, we can see that we've moved back above, quick bounce of about 100 pips off of those lows, and we moved back above the 38% fib line here, as you can see. And as I already mentioned, moving back to some slightly new highs. So we've had some extremes, a little bit of consolidation, but then what I want to look at is over here on the far right panel. You can see our 4-hour Coppock Curve has crossed over its exponential moving average, and at the same time that Coppock Curve has moved above the zero line. So this is a very bullish move this morning. On our middle panel, you can see how the 4-hour Kumo is above the 16-hour Kumo. The Kumo, of course, is just simply an area of price support using the Ichimoku system. But as you can see, currently this morning we're above that R3 line on the 4-hour chart, which is a very bullish move also to move through that line. We do have coming up this morning some reports at 8:30. We have Fed member Dudley speaking. And of course, these facts, these reports at 8:30 could cause this trend to stop, or could cause it to accelerate actually. But as I mentioned, what's very strong to me on this chart is this 4-hour signal that's occurring after this period of consolidation. So I am looking at this point so far for the US dollar Canadian dollar to continue moving higher today. Hope you have a great day of trading.